And that is Rudy that helps you at the Bundu Inn.
I can't understand why they don't take instruction. Cut! The Deane Woods here at Bundu Inn out in the Deane Woods.
Garang.
That's how our Englishman Deane Woods will say it. Garanguna. I'd like to welcome Deane Woods to have a chat with us and talk about our national hot rods of South Africa, over there hot rods in the UK, and just a bit of more insight in what's happening here over what happens there. Deane, so our national hot rods has been growing and growing. I'm sure it's grown in leaps and bounds over the last 3 years. How would you compare our series to your guys' series in the UK?
I think in a lot of ways it's the same sort of thing, just that we race a lot more. I think yours have got better things and ours have got better things. Yours is better with noise and all that, makes them sound really good. Flames makes them sound good, but we could never get rid of that noise. In England, we could never run that type of noise.
Yeah, but you guys in the UK, you guys race with the Vauxhall engine?
Yeah.
And there's
Duratec
engine. And there's no rotaries in the UK?
No, because of the noise that would be no good anyway, but our rules don't allow it anyway.
So is your tracks like in a city, or is it outside the city like ours? Well, what's the...
roughly the same as yours, same sort of sizes, same sort of areas, but we're just not allowed that type of noise.
And would you ever consider bringing like a world final to South Africa in your national hot rods?
No, because you're on completely different rules, so you couldn't do it. That's why I like to bring the South Africans to the UK to actually race the cars in with the same rules.
How did the South Africans do over the years coming to the UK, racing in your world final? What South Africans stand out, and how was it?
If I went on standout, I think Jason Loosemore, I think he's done the best since back of Jesse Uggett. I've been there for every one of them with Neville Loosemore, Rudy Myberg. I think Jason Loosemore was the next best thing to Jesse Uggett when he came to the UK and raced.
Who would you likely want to see racing in the UK, now that you know all the South African drivers as well as you do? Who would you like to see come to the UK and race in your world final?
There's two of them I would like to see in the hot rods come, and that's obviously Sir Faree and the man in Cape Town, Kusi Meyer. I think he's
I think
both of them are very good drivers. I think CF's a little bit of a driver I like more because he's more aggressive than Kusi, but he is a really good driver, and I do rate him. I think I'd love to see him come and race in a competitive car.
But there's talk of this year him coming with Rudy, which is our winner of our 2018 national champion. There's talk of the two of them coming to the UK.
Yeah, there's talk of Rudy and CF, but like I said to Rudy, who's he going to get a car off? Because I can't supply two cars, they're too expensive and too much of a risk. Rudy's trying to get him a car at the moment, which I would like to see CF in a car, definitely.
But if Rudy should get him a car, would it be as competitive as the car Rudy's getting? Because apparently your son, who is world champion, Billy, is setting up a car for Rudy.
When Rudy comes to the UK, he's going to have a choice of what car he runs. There's going to be the two cars sat there. I'm having Rudy, a brand new engine built now, 180,000 rand. The car will be exactly the same as my boys that won the world, and Rudy has a choice of what car he wants to race.
And when they come here, for the fact that you've been coming here for years, are you considering ever opening a track here again? Because you did own Mayhem Raceway. I think it was called Mayhem Raceway at the time?
Yeah, Mayhem Raceway, and I did have Rinnigan at one time. I don't really know. I could never say I never will, but at the moment I've got no intentions.
And when you come out here bringing the English, all the drivers or whoever's coming with you to come and join the series to racing here in South Africa, you guys are having one big jaw actually.
That is the problem. It is one big party for nearly 3 weeks. It's a party.
But isn't that what life is about? Coming, hard racing and having a good time as well?
Yes, I think it is. And I think that's lacking a little bit in South Africa, to be honest with you, because I don't think the South Africans, like when I used to come and do the racing, Andre Larsen and all people like that used to stay in the bar and party. Now they don't. They go home. They don't stay with us and party.
Yeah, but some of us don't drink, man, like you guys can.
Yeah. You've never been able to drink. But like yourself, you know what I mean? We used to go out. Where now, when you come over here, you don't see none of the South African team. You don't even see the promoters. Where when me and Rudy Myberg run it with his dad, he used to take us out. When me and Rudy run it, we took him out, and ever since then I've took him out. And you would get a lot of the South African team come out with us. You don't get that no more.
But I think you enjoy that more. You enjoy all this fun, all this having party times here. It's part of your holiday time when you come with them.
Well, it's definitely a part of my holiday time, but I still think, as a respectable thing, they should still come out, and the promoters and that should come out with us. Not, I'm saying every day, but even if they come out once or twice. When they come to the UK, I'll go to London and things like that with them. But it's not happening over here now, and I don't know, in some ways I think the racing's stepping back up over here.
Stepping back.
Yeah, I think the organisation is getting worse.
But don't you think since our national hot rods has stepped up, it actually helped or revived our racing in South Africa?
But it's only the hot rods that you've got any good now. No other formula that you watch is worth watching. It's going downhill, I think.
Yeah, but since the national hot rods came along, if you look at our stock rods now, right, today, we got more stock rods than we ever had before.
Never.
And that,
Never. I could have 30 stock rods at every Mayhem club meeting. You don't get that.
And
now.
how many years ago is that?
6, 7 years. So I would say you've gone backwards.
Oh,
Mayhem
that's
used to be filled with struggle to get them in on a club meeting in the pits. You're not now. The hot rods have grown and they're good to watch. But I don't believe the other formulas. I think we're struggling over here with the other classes. And it's proven that with your crowds are going down. Even though it's not just South Africa, the whole world seems to be going down on oval racing. But I've seen this year that's been the worst crowds I've seen in South Africa.
And in the UK, what does it look like there?
Slightly down. I'm not as bad down for like a tour thing like this. I thought it was way down.
I don't know, I think maybe the tour thing became a bit monotonous for the South Africans, because if you look, when you come with the world champion from the UK to challenge in our series, that's really hardcore racing. That stadium is packed.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Rock in August, every time I've brought the world champion, has been a good crowd, and I would agree with that.
Doesn't it just mean that our hot rods is the crowd puller today?
Yeah, definitely.
So without that, our sport would be crippled.
Oh, I believe that, yes.
So the guys actually who put this national hot rods together, they should get a thumbs up for what they've done there.
Yeah, definitely. I think Neville Loosemore has done well to do what he done, got it together, and then his committee, they've gone well, but it still lacks things. If you step in and watch it, you just get like the grid will not be right. When they reverse the grid, it's never right. It should be. It should be done in a professional way, that is.
I think our professionalism stepped up quite a lot already, and it's just getting better and better all the time. I mean, if you go back 8 years, everything was just free for all. And now there is some structure, and we're just working on our structure, getting it better all the time. I do think that our national hot rods has somehow crippled the other racing below, but it's not their fault. It's the guys that's below that should step it up to, match them.